hopefully by the end, we'll have some of this from scratch. Hello everybody. Hey Chloe.
Hey.
I nearly said, hey Mrs. B, she's my wife. You're not my wife, you're my daughter. Hey, remember that video we did the other day, the Coca-Cola chili?
Oh yeah.
Which I wanted to call Cookbook Corner? Well, a lot of you are sending me actual cookbooks. Thank you so much. If you would like to send me a cookbook, get in touch via the contact form on my website. I've got lots coming, but here's another favourite of mine. What is that?
It's the Ben & Jerry's ice cream and dessert book.
Legitimately, the official Ben & Jerry's cookbook, which I picked up from actual Vermont. I went to the Ben & Jerry's factory. I think I've told this story before. I got electrocuted by a fence because I wanted to get a... This is before selfies. This is a long time ago. I tried to get a photo of one of the actual Ben & Jerry's cows, and there was an electric fence around the field, and it blooming hurt. They do a little factory tour, and I'm sure it's probably got even bigger now. It was so cool. And actually, I really liked Vermont. So this is an amazing cookbook. There's like nearly 100 recipes in there. Ben & Jerry's is a company. I really like their values. They do a lot of charitable stuff as well. And also, there's a really random fact. You want to look through that, mate? I think it's Ben. I'm not sure. I think it's Ben. He has pretty limited taste. So that's why there's so many chunky ice creams, because he actually goes a lot more by texture rather than the actual final taste of it, which I thought was a pretty cool fact. I think I found that out at the factory, actually. But they've got after dinner mint flavour. They've got Kit Kat flavour, Rolo, like you name it. They've actually got the New York, do you remember the Superfudge Chunk? We can't get that flavour at the moment in the UK. So we are actually a little bit limited to trying to clone something identically from this book to what you would get in a store. So we thought we'd go for the classic one. They actually have 3 different types of ice cream bases that you can use. There's kind of like your classic one, which is slightly more creamy, which is probably one we're gonna go for. But there's another one here with sort of slightly smaller ingredients. It's got less butter fat, so it doesn't store so well. And there's another one that seems absolutely super naughty. It's got condensed milk in it and cream, but that does make it less creamy, less rich, but it's like a cooked flavour. Can you imagine condensed milk ice cream? I wanted to try and clone Ben & Jerry's cookie dough, and this honestly was the closest one that we got a chance to like making a clone, so I'm really excited. The first thing we need to do is make the cookie dough, which we don't bake.
Oh, that's nice.
The actual journey of this recipe goes over 3 different pages of the book. We start with the chocolate chip cookie dough, but it's then kind of like those, do you remember those books? Do you get those, Chloe, where it's like, turn to page 62 if you want to slay the dragon, or turn to 65 if you want to walk past it, yeah? This is kind of like that in cooking form, which is a genius idea. Oh my gosh. So for the cookie dough ice cream, the first ingredient is their cookie dough, which is on page 98. So we are gonna walk around the dragon, and there we go. That is their recipe for the cookie dough, which looks good, except we get to the step, instead of putting it in a baking tray, we just break it up into clumps. Oh yeah. First step is to grab head whisk. Dun, 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 dun. We've got some butter, which is at room temperature, and 2 types of sugar. So kind of like, I mean, it basically is your classic chocolate chip cookie, white sugar and light brown sugar together. Okay, I would say that's done, because you're just kind of playing with it now, yeah?
Yeah.
Vanilla extract.
It says add an egg and vanilla extract.
Yes, we've had a little chat off camera. We are going to make an eggception, because this cookie dough recipe...
We don't want to put the egg in because we're not going to cook the cookie dough, and we don't want to eat a raw egg because you could get food poisoning.
Well, yeah, it's just not good, is it? I just do not feel comfortable putting a raw egg into the cookie dough and then knowing that we're not going to bake it and then put it in our ice cream. Because the cookie dough is raw. You do not bake it, so I'm not going to take that risk, all right? I don't feel like killing you today.
Oh, thank you. Add the flour, salt and baking soda.
You could argue that the flour is not going to be cooked as well, actually, by not baking it, but I'm happier with the flour rather than the egg. We shall stick that in there. Well, that looks a bit dry, doesn't it? Because we haven't put an egg in it.
No. But a little secret between you and me, put in some milk.
So about the same amount that an egg would be, so maybe about that. And hopefully that will help bond it together a little bit into kind of like a cookie dough. Hey, you can see it's starting to do its thing.
A handful of walnuts.
Handful of chopped walnuts. I didn't realise that they put nuts in there. In fact, maybe they've changed the recipe, but according to that, back then when this was made, they jolly well did.
And next...
Wow! We put bicarbonate of soda in there as well, which, and we're not baking it. I feel like you could have omitted that as well. Yeah. This cookie dough is gonna be frozen now, okay?
Am I allowed to pick it up with my hands?
Yes, then you need to let it go. It's frozen, yeah.
I need to let it go.
Can you do me a favor and roll up small cookie dough chunks?
Small?
Yeah, and then we're gonna put them on this plate, which I'm gonna stick in the freezer, okay? We're gonna try and spread them out on the plate so they don't touch, and we'll freeze them so they don't settle whilst we do our ice cream base.
There you go.
Wow. I feel like that is definitely enough, isn't it? And you're just gonna make some, wow, they are gonna be big cookies.
Yeah, that's what you want, big cookies.
All right, so they're in the freezer, and right here is our ice cream bucket for our ice cream maker that I put in last night, nice and frozen. All right, Chloe's cookies have turned out amazing. She'll be back in just a moment, but whilst they were baking, I was doing some reading up about the eggs. Obviously, I omitted them from the cookie dough there that we've just used, and it's absolutely fine, but apparently it does actually state here that they do put that in their cookie dough and their ice cream. So for our sweet base mix, I'm using pasteurized eggs. Apparently, I just did some looking up. It does cause a little bit of debate, but apparently that is okay. So we will put them in our mix.
Step 1.
Step 1.
Whisk the eggs in a mixing bowl until light and fluffy.
Apparently, the eggs act as an emulsifying agent to help suspend the butterfat particles all around the mix. A little bit like mayonnaise in a way then, you know, when you sort of emulsify that. Next up, we get our sugar in. So for this one, we add the sugar with a spoon a little bit at a time as someone whisks.
Pour in the cream and milk.
So this is some whole fat milk, and then this is the big double heavy cream. You want to pour that in?
We might want to get a bigger bowl.
Yeah, we might. Get your vanilla extract in then. Oh, wow, yeah. So we're not like whisking that to a certain thing, we're just blending it together. So to be honest, that's probably enough now, but we will put it back in the fridge just while we get the ice cream machine ready. All right, the ice cream maker is set apart from the frozen bucket, which is in the freezer right now. So for those of you that are aware, this is a bit that we added onto our house, and because it's so modernly insulated, it's very, very, very hot in here. So this used to be the outside of our house, right? So we stuck this on the back, right? And this is a room that we call the snug. And as I walked in here, it is literally about 10 degrees cooler. I'm gonna do the ice cream here because that difference of 10 degrees here and here is absolutely massive. So that's what we'll do. And hopefully that'll give us some nice ice cream. Or should I say, nice cream. Right, we're going out there. Hello, Chloe.
Hello.
Here is the bucket with the funny shape thing on. Hopefully we'll turn that, it catches in there. Then we get this thing, then we get this thing.
And we're rushing very quickly because we don't want it to get hot.
So let's pour that in. Like so. Oh my goodness. To the snug. We've got to unplug it. There we go. You see it churning in there?
Yeah. Is that the base?
That is the ice cream base, yeah.
What do we do after?
We add in the cookie dough.
Okay.
It's a really hot day here today, but this has taken 25 minutes. It's the longest ice cream set I've ever had. But it is just about there, and I'm confident to stick it in the kitchen where Chloe can drop in those frozen cookie dough bits, which we've actually halved. So just before it's done, we drop in the frozen cookie dough pieces, all right? Congratulations, you just made cookie dough ice cream. Oh my gosh, that doesn't want to come out. So for authenticity, can you push that into a hollowed out Ben & Jerry's cookie dough tub, okay? So when you make ice cream in an ice cream maker, it actually says this in the book, and it's something I found as well. Obviously it will be still fairly soft, but by putting it in an airtight container, which we might do with a lid, firm it up for another hour or so, it could make it even more authentic, but it smells amazing. Oh, good skills, mate. In the freezer. We've got so much left, haven't we?
Yeah, look how much.
We'll get that into a Tupperware tub or something, okay? It does make quite a bit. Remember, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so to the channel, and if you are, make sure your notifications are turned on. I am currently getting flashbacks to when we tried to do the 4 ice creams in one day with Thomas Scott. I did say to him, mate, I don't think we're really set up for that, but we pushed on, and no, that was quite a weird day, to be honest. But yes, can't wait to see what this tastes like. I'm genuinely excited. Right, folks. We were going to do a taste test and realised Mrs. B hasn't actually had a chance to know which one's which.
What are you doing to
I love the fact that the eyes are slightly out. It makes you look like a sloth.
I'm gonna fall asleep in a minute.
Okay, so this is number 1. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, right.
I'll get Mummy some.
Okay, cool.
Can I take my blindfold off now?
Yes, you may.
No.
Which one did you think was which?
I think the first was the shop bought and the second was homemade.
Yes. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but did that taste almost identical?
I was going to say the only reason I could tell them apart was the texture.
Yes.
Because I think the first one had like a slightly crunchier texture.
Yeah, the cookie dough I felt was a little firmer as well.
Yeah, and it had some kind of crunchiness to the actual ice cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they both tasted exactly the same.
Yeah, I thought the flavour, other than the cookie dough, was a little bit softer, but I feel like obviously the other one's been like frozen for like ages. That's actually amazing. What did you think, mate?
I think that I could only tell it apart because I think the the shop bought one was like milk chocolate, but the one that we used was dark chocolate.
Really? Yeah, actually, I did think the
still
chocolate
got
was a
dark
little
chocolate
stronger.
Taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that's a slightly maybe more expensive, luxurious ingredients. But honestly, this has really, really impressed me.
Me too.
That tasted like so similar. It's crazy. Like the vanilla-ness of the ice cream was insane. It's been quite a long day. Actually, it's now 2 in the afternoon. It's been about 6 hours of filming.
Well done, you two.
Thanks, mate.
I thought you were going to give me a high five.
Obviously, it's ice cream, so make it, freeze it, and eat it next year. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Remember, if you want to send a book in for Cookbook Corner, do get in touch via the contact form on my website. I've got some really cool ones that have been sent to me. Thank you so much to everyone that did that. Check out the Cola Chili if you wish. And yeah, cheers for watching. Give this a try if you like. That book was awesome. Bye.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye. Yes, mate, there are many types of milk. Condensed milk, that is cheeky. Although you can't milk Boston. You can't milk a pug.
I wasn't really planning on milking him anytime
Pug
soon.
ice cream.
No, we're not killing Boston just to make ice cream.
Don't say about killing him.
I think the best bit of of making Ben & Jerry's ice cream is that you can have a movie night later and you could just sit with your tub of Ben & Jerry's and watch it.
Ah, okay, so instead of you getting an early night, that's blackmail. Good stuff.
Yes, please.
It's not Ben & Jerry's, it's Barry and Chloe's.
Ah. It's Ken and Jenny's. See you guys. Bye.